Well, before the family cook prepares that special Memorial Day menu, consider this. Cookbook author Brian Tice is introducing us to his very own onion dip. He joins us this morning with a recipe, and your famous dish is known as the line forms right here onion dip. Tell us more about it.
That is correct. Welcome to my patio party. I was trying to host you guys out at the beach, but my Wi-Fi wasn't working, so I decorated here a little bit. Hopefully it
looks
makes
great.
You feel like you're at the beach.
Sure.
Yeah. So onion dip is an American classic. It is something that you can make many different ways. I like to be as simple and straightforward as possible, and my key ingredient that is my secret weapon are scallions, spring onions, etc.
Okay.
They are great without having to caramelize them for 30 minutes like some recipes call for.
Right.
That never has quite turned me on, plus it kind of looks brown. So it's a delicious recipe that I love. I can tell you more about what's in it.
Yeah, take us through it.
Yeah, we got sour cream, mayo, which is a key ingredient as far as I'm concerned, instant diced or dried minced onion. That will help remind you of the old days of the Lipton onion soup, actually. That's why I included that in there. It makes it sound and seem familiar taste-wise, even though I insist on other fresh ingredients. Then you've got onion powder, garlic powder. You don't want to overdo the garlic powder because it might be your first date, and you've got to be careful. And you've got salt, a little bit of salt. Don't overdo that either.
Okay.
Then dried parsley if you must. Otherwise, fresh parsley. And let me show you something that inspired you to do that.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever cleaned parsley this way before, but all you do is hang on to it and give it some swipes with your fork.
Oh, nice.
And you got leaves, and this part, goodbye. So you're ready to get to chopping with your parsley. It's a great idea. Then, as I said, a couple of smaller scallions or fewer bigger ones, and then you need to slice them up, the white and the green parts. Save some of the green for garnish. I'll show you in just a second the way the whole thing turns out.
Okay.
In my vintage chip and dip, and that's a couple of dashes of hot sauce, Crystal or Louisiana, whatever you guys are in the mood for down there in Louisiana.
That's right. I know you're in New York right now, but you do have a residence in New Orleans, so you got to have the hot sauce.
I do, and I'll see y'all in about 2 weeks. So here's the final product in my vintage chip and dip. All right.
Nice.
So you can see how it's important to have the garnish on top. And then I prefer chips with ridges. I'll just say that without calling out the name of the brand. And, it really does make a difference. This is a quick dip to come together. Make sure you refrigerate it for a couple of hours so the dehydrated onions can rehydrate and the rest of the flavors can find themselves, as my mother-in-law in New Orleans used to say.
I love the presentation. We only have about a minute, though, and I know you have a cocktail for me, too.
I do. This is the classic Negroni, Italian Negroni, which goes beautifully with the onion dip.
Okay.
Why, I don't know. It is about 102 years old, this recipe.
Wow.
1919, a guy from America who was in circus went to a bar in Florence and said, okay, I want you to swap the club soda for gin because I'm sort of a lush and I really want more booze in it.
Nice.
And so it is Campari, which is the bitters, then you've got a vermouth and a gin instead of the club soda. Put them all together and you've got the classic Negroni. So I've already mixed it. It's a third, a third, a third. Couldn't be easier.
Okay.
In it goes.
Pretty, too.
It's not chilling yet, but I'll go ahead and have a sip. I know that you're going to appreciate my sacrifice this morning drinking I'm doing here.
It's always 5 o'clock here, absolutely.
And it is delicious. It really is. But take them slow or they will hit you like a freaking freight train.
Like a hurricane?
So that's my warning. Yes, that's my warning to you. Oh, my God. Woo, that just wakes you up. So thank you so much for coming to my patio party.
Thank you for having us.
I appreciate it. Showing you everything today, you guys.
We appreciate it. We'll see you soon. And guys, you can purchase Brian's cookbook, The Infinite Feast, on his website, theinfinitefeast.com. We'll have a link to that on our website, WWLTV.com.